All right, let's get started. Today we're taking a deep dive into the fascinating world of tarot. But we're not going to be doing any fortune telling or anything like that today.
Yeah.
Instead, we're going to be opening up A.E. Waite's Pictorial key
Yeah.
to the tarot
Yeah.
to really decode the symbolism of the Pentacles suit.
Okay.
So think of this like a treasure map,
Oh.
leading you to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world.
And what's really interesting about Waite is that he chose to depict pentacles, not the traditional coins you see in older decks.
Right.
And he points out, specifically that they're engraved with pentagrams.
Oh, wow.
So it's almost like he's saying there's something more here than just material wealth.
Right.
There's a spiritual dimension that's kind of intertwined with the material realm here.
Okay, I'm hooked already.
Mhm.
Pentagrams on pentacles.
Right.
That's a powerful image. So before we go into the individual cards, can you just give us a little background on the pentacle as a symbol? What's Waite trying to tell us?
The pentacle basically represents the four elements, earth, air, fire, water.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all unified by a fifth governing force, which is spirit.
Okay.
So that fifth point of the pentagram is key. Waite is really emphasizing that spirit isn't this thing that's separate from the material world, but it's the force that actually brings everything into balance.
So it's not just about money. It's about how we manage all the different elements within ourselves, our physical needs, our emotions, our thoughts, our spiritual aspirations. So the pentacles kind of offer us a way to understand how all those pieces fit together, huh?
Exactly. And that journey begins with the Ace of Pentacles.
Right.
If you can imagine a hand emerging from a cloud and it's offering a single pentacle,
Mm-hmm.
it symbolizes pure potential, the seed of both material success and spiritual success waiting to sprout.
Wow. I love that. I can almost feel that energy, like
Yeah.
anything is possible. It makes me think about where are those Ace of Pentacle moments showing up in my life? What opportunities am I ready to seize?
I love that question.
Yeah.
And as that potential starts to take shape, we encounter the Two of Pentacles.
Okay.
So we see a figure juggling two pentacles that are connected by an infinity symbol.
Oh, wow.
And Waite interpreted this as the need to find balance.
Mm-hmm.
How do you juggle the demands of the material world with the flow of life?
It's like that constant dance between work and play,
Mm-hmm.
responsibilities and passions. We've all been there, trying to keep those pentacles in the air. What helps you find that equilibrium in your own life?
That's a great question. And when you find that balance, it allows you to move into the Three of Pentacles. So here we see a craftsman who's presenting his work in this grand cathedral. And it's about taking those skills, those seeds of potential from the ace,
Right.
and actually building something with them.
We're not just dreaming about success anymore. We're actually creating it, putting in the effort, honing our craft,
Yeah.
and seeing our work, recognized and appreciated. What achievements are you most proud of, listener? What skills have you mastered that make you feel like that craftsman standing tall in the cathedral?
And building on that sense of accomplishment, we encounter the Four of Pentacles.
Huh?
We see a figure holding a pentacle tightly, two more under their feet, one above their head.
Wow.
And this is about security, but it also has this potential for stagnation.
Yeah, this one hits close to home. I think we've all felt that urge to cling to what we've worked hard for, whether it's material possessions, emotional security, even old beliefs that no longer serve us. But when does holding on too tightly become a barrier to growth? That's what this card makes me ask.
Yeah, and sometimes, despite our best efforts, we experience loss. And that's where the Five of Pentacles comes in.
Okay.
So you see these two figures trudging through the snow, impoverished, seemingly rejected. It's such a stark contrast to the abundance of the previous cards.
It's a reminder that life throws curveballs. And sometimes we find ourselves in situations that really test our resilience. Have you ever felt like those figures in the Five of Pentacles? Facing a difficult situation, maybe feeling alone? How did you navigate that experience?
And from these depths, we ascend to the Six of Pentacles,
Okay.
which is a scene of charity and generosity.
Oh, nice.
So there's a figure who's dispensing coins to those less fortunate, and it really highlights the importance of giving and receiving support.
So even when we're facing challenges, there's an opportunity to find balance again. This time through acts of kindness and compassion. It makes you think, how do you give back to your community? How do you extend a helping hand to those in need?
And as we continue our journey through the Pentacles, we reach the Seven of Pentacles.
All right.
A figure pauses in their work, leaning on their staff, surveying this bountiful harvest with this contemplative look on their face.
It seems like a moment of reflection, of taking stock of what we've cultivated. Have our efforts yielded the results we hoped for? Are we even on the right path? These are the questions this card's making me ask.
And it reminds us to pause and reflect, to make sure our actions are aligned with our goals. But you're right, it's so easy to get caught up in the doing that we forget to step back and assess.
Absolutely, yeah. And speaking of getting things done, we arrive at the Eight of Pentacles, where we see a craftsman diligently working, honing their skills. It reminds me of the Three of Pentacles.
But there's a difference here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is difference. While the Three of Pentacles represents mastery,
Right.
the Eight is about the process.
Okay.
It's that dedication and focus and willingness to put in the hours to become truly skilled. Think about your own journey of learning, listener. What skills have you been working on? And what challenges have you faced along the way?
It's a great reminder that mastery is an ongoing journey. There's always room to grow and improve.
And that brings us to the Nine of Pentacles.
This card is so beautiful. It depicts a woman in this beautiful garden, surrounded by all this lush greenery. And a trained falcon is perched on her wrist. And she really embodies self-sufficiency and cultivated success.
It radiates confidence and independence.
Yes.
What goals have you achieved that bring you a similar sense of pride and satisfaction? Those moments where you can stand tall and say, I did this.
And finally, we reach the Ten of Pentacles, which is like the culmination of this incredible journey.
The grand finale.
Right. We see a multi-generational family gathered in front of their home, and there's this sense of peace and prosperity radiating from them.
It's a beautiful image of legacy and lineage, of the bonds of family and community. What legacy are you building, listener? What impact do you want to have on the world?
So we've explored each card individually.
We have.
But what's even more fascinating is how they connect.
Yeah.
The Pentacles really tell a story of growth, from potential to mastery, from loss to generosity, from striving to fulfillment.
It's a cycle that we can all relate to no matter where we are on our own path.
Yeah. And remember, we've only scratched the surface here.
Right.
There are so many layers to unpack within the Pentacles. And the exploration just gets even more interesting when we consider how this suit interacts with the other suits in the tarot.
Oh, I can't wait.
Right.
Okay, well, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll dive into how the Pentacles relate to the Wands, Cups, and Swords. Stay tuned.
Think of the tarot like a conversation between different parts of ourselves.
Okay.
Each suit is kind of like a different voice, a
Right.
different energy.
I like that.
And when we understand how those energies interact, we gain a deeper understanding of our own, inner landscape.
So we've got the pentacles grounding us in the material world.
Right.
But what about the other suits? How do they kind of play into this intricate dance?
Let's start with the wands.
Okay.
They represent action, ambition, creativity.
Mhm.
It's that fiery energy that drives us forward.
Yeah.
So if the pentacles are the builders,
Okay.
the wands are like the architects, the ones who dream up the blueprints.
So the wands provide that initial spark,
Right.
the inspiration,
Yes.
and the pentacles provide the structure,
The discipline.
the discipline to make it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's a really powerful combination.
it is.
Imagine like a painter
Okay.
who's inspired by this breathtaking sunset
Mm-hmm.
that's like wands energy.
Right.
But to actually create a lasting masterpiece,
Yeah.
they need the right tools.
Uh-huh.
The canvas, the paints,
Right.
that steady hand to bring that vision to life. And that's where the pentacles come in.
That makes me think about all those times when I've been just like bursting with ideas,
Right.
but I couldn't follow through.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I need a little more pentacles energy in my life.
We all have those moments.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not about, one suit being better than the other.
Right.
It's about recognizing which energy we need to tap into at any given time.
It's true.
Yeah.
Now, what about the cups?
Okay.
They're all about emotions,
Yes.
relationships, intuition.
Deep inner knowing.
Very different from the very grounded, practical pentacles.
Absolutely.
Mm.
The cups represent the realm of the heart.
Mm-hmm.
They're about connection, empathy.
Yeah.
So if the pentacles kind of build the house,
Okay.
the cups fill it with warmth and love and beauty.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Without the cups, our material achievements might feel kind of empty,
Right.
lacking that emotional depth.
For sure.
And without the pentacles,
Yeah.
the cups might struggle to actually manifest their dreams in the real world.
So it's all about finding that sweet spot,
Right.
that harmony between the material and the emotional.
It's an ongoing journey.
It is.
And the tarot can really help us navigate those complexities.
Yeah, that's true.
And speaking of complexities, we can't forget about the swords.
Oh, the swords.
Right.
They're the sharpest tool in the shed,
They are.
representing, the intellect,
Logic, reason.
reason, but also challenges and difficult truths.
Right. They're the truth seekers. The ones who cut through illusions to get to the heart of the matter.
Mm-hmm.
And while their energy might seem kind of at odds with, the pentacles focus on stability,
Right.
their interaction can be incredibly powerful.
So it's like the swords help us identify problems.
Right.
And come up with solutions.
Analyze situations.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then the pentacles can help us implement them,
In the real world.
make them actually happen. Yeah.
The swords help us sharpen our minds,
Okay.
and the pentacles help us build something solid and lasting.
Okay. My mind is blown.
Right.
So we've got the wands sparking inspirations.
Yep.
The cups adding heart and meaning.
Uh-huh.
The swords cutting through all the confusion to help us make clear decisions.
And through it all,
Yeah.
the pentacles provide that grounding force,
Right.
that reminder to stay connected to the material world, to build something tangible from all those swirling energies.
It really highlights how interconnected all of these suits are.
They are
It's like there are different aspects of ourselves
working together.
to create a more complete picture.
And that's the beauty of the tarot.
It is.
It's not about fortune telling or easy answers. It's about understanding ourselves, our strengths, our weaknesses,
Yeah.
and how we can kind of use all these different energies to navigate the complexities of life.
This has been such an insightful exploration of the pentacles and how they relate to the other suits.
Yeah.
I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
We have.
But before we wrap up, I'd love to hear your final thoughts.
Okay.
What's the key takeaway? The
Mhm.
big aha moment you hope our listeners will walk away with today?
For me, the biggest takeaway from the Pentacles is that they're not just about material success, they're about spiritual growth as well.
Oh, interesting.
They remind us that we're not just physical beings, we're also spiritual beings having this human experience.
So it's not about like rejecting the material world or anything like that.
No, not at all.
It's about finding a way to integrate it with our spiritual aspirations.
Yeah, right. It's about finding that sacred spark in the everyday.
I like that.
The material world isn't inherently bad or evil.
Right.
It's a realm of experience where we can learn and grow and ultimately evolve.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pentacles, they kind of guide us on that journey.
It's like they're showing us how to find meaning and purpose in the act of creating, of providing for ourselves, for our loved ones, of contributing to the world in a very real way.
Think back to those pentacles that are engraved with the pentagrams.
Yeah.
It's like a visual reminder that spirit is kind of woven into every aspect of our lives.
Even the most mundane things, yeah.
Even the most mundane.
Like a secret code just waiting to be deciphered.
Exactly.
And that's what this deep dive has been all about, right?
Uncovering those hidden layers.
Uncovering those hidden layers of meaning within the pentacles.
Using that knowledge to understand ourselves and our place in the world a little bit better.
So, dear listener, if the pentacles represent this journey of material and spiritual growth, where are you on that path? What seeds of potential are you ready to nurture? What skills are you yearning to master? And what legacy do you hope to build?
Keep exploring the tarot. Keep asking those big questions.
Yeah.
You might be surprised by the answers that you uncover.
This has been such a fascinating exploration. A huge thank you to our expert for guiding us through this intricate world of the pentacles and how they connect to the other suits.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
And to you, our listener, for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep seeking, keep growing, and keep those pentacles shining.